This is WCBS TV Channel 2 New York. It's 6 o'clock and it's time now for the 6 o'clock report with Robert Trout. The stories of Wednesday, October 24th, 1956. Here now, Robert Trout. Good evening everybody, I'm Robert Trout and here are the 6 o'clock report. The stories of Wednesday, October 24th, 1956. Here's what's happening. Police fired on demonstrators in Budapest after their day of peaceful mass protest against the communist government and the presence of the Soviet troops in Hungary. Reports said one person had been killed and another seriously injured. The demonstrating crowds brandished national rather than party flags and tore down the communist Red Star over the Parliament building. In Poland, night-long telephone conversations between Warsaw and Moscow communist leaders have apparently confirmed the Soviet backdown. It was reported agreed that Soviet military measures were to end tomorrow and that a triumvirate of Polish communist leaders would visit Moscow for new conversations. Soviet communist leader Khrushchev reportedly apologized for his explosive outburst during his visit to Warsaw last week and agreed that the new Polish line was correct. President Eisenhower indicated that the United States was ready to give aid to Poland and other Freedom 11 satellites if they need and can profitably use it. The arrest by a ruse of 5 Algerian rebel leaders was causing a crisis in France's relations with Morocco and Tunisia. Disorders and strikes broke out in both countries. A New York Times correspondent traveling in the plane with a 5 was released after a night in jail. He reported that they declared they had been approached by French officials with peace proposals that had not been materialized. Asian and African countries have protested to the United Nations against the arrest. The Soviet Union rejected West Germany's ideas on reunification of Germany but asked for specific proposals to ensure the security of Eastern Europe and against future aggression. It expressed interest in a suggested demilitarized zone in Central Europe. Britain and France agreed to reject a cautious Egyptian approach for negotiations on the Suez Canal crisis reportedly made throughout the United Nations. Representatives of 82 states voted unanimously to establish an International Attempts for Peace agency. Angela E. Stevenson told a chair in Madison Square Garden audience that curbing the hydrogen bomb was the key to world peace. He questioned whether the nation might safely entrust such fateful decisions as those concerning the bomb to the Republican administration. The crowd of 18,000 gave him one of the big ovations of the campaign. The president answered Mr. Stevenson's arguments for Mr. Stevenson and for an attempt to have hydrogen bomb tested halted by international agreements, said such a ban would be illusory without inspection. His point-by-point rebuttal said the United States could not risk losing the power to deter aggression and that it was not possible to be positive in the detection of clandestine tests anywhere in the world. The president also arrested and argued that
encourage you to stay with News Center 5.
The present rate of testing does not endanger human health. Vice President Nixon likened Mr. Stevenson to Neville Chamberlain at Munich. Speaker Rayburn, however, backed the Democratic candidate, declaring the efforts to stop the test should be our first order of business. Estes Cavaver returned to Iowa to seek the key that the state's electoral vote in a combination of discontented farmers, labor, and small businessmen. A New York Times election survey team found Connecticut firmly in the Eisenhower column with the only question that the size of the vote it would give the president. Councilman Hugh Quinn was reported to have acted for 2 real estate corporations as well as a cotton company that was the cause of his investigation of his affairs. He protested that he was guilty of no wrongdoing.
We are just on the warning track on the behind home plate side of the warning track.
The paralysis next week of the ports on all 3 coasts was threatened unless the International Longshoremen's Association received from waterfront employers a master contract for the Atlantic and Gulf. One patient of every 5 in city hospitals is there only because he has nowhere else to go, a survey revealed. Okay, now in the sports. Here, Decimal helps Atkinson score triple at Jamaica. Flying Chief victory by head at Garden State. Dodgers win 1-0 in Japan on Snyder Homer in 9th inning. Michigan State takes lead in 2 football polls. Giants start drills for game with Eagles Sunday. Army Alliance defense attack against Columbia for the air attack. Proposed football comments with Span Nation. Wind up javelin toss barred from Olympic Games, and St. George's has good backs but lacks reserves. Weather after this commercial break. Fly National, only national offers radar smooth flights to Florida. DC 7-hour star to Miami, 3.5 hours non-stop. Flying National airline installs call MU 77200.
He knows what he's doing. Carlos Beltran in the lineup for the Cardinals tonight. Pressure is St. Louis. course of the Red Sox.
Live from New York, tonight at 10 o'clock on Channel 2. What happens to a man when he must sneak over the border? Many things may happen, but he is never the same again. Went back ran a story of hope and terror on the U.S. Steel Hour, produced by the Theater Guild. Tonight at 10 p.m. on Channel 2, WCBS-TV New York and CBS. Okay, now into the weather with Peter Wiggins, and it is brought to you by National Airlines, flying National Airline and the Stars. Here now, Peter Wiggins. Good evening, everybody, on this Wednesday evening, October 24th, 1956. Right now, our temperature's at 6 o'clock reports, 59 degrees at Central Park, with a humidity of 45% on this Wednesday evening here. Around the region, it's 59 at Central Park, 59 in LaGuardia, 60 at Iowa, 59 in Norton, New Jersey, 59 out in Teterboro, and up in White Plains, 54 in Peekskill, 60 out in Islip on Long Island, 16 in Bridgeport, and 62 in North Haven. Okay, let us take a look at our weather situation around the nation today. Variable conditions reported today in the eastern half of the country. A few showers occurred in the middle United States and the upper Mississippi Valley. It rained along the coast of the Pacific Northwest, and snow fell in the Northern Rockies with rain mixed with snow in Wyoming and Colorado. So for tonight, for the Tri-State Valley will go like this. Tonight, clear skies with lows of 40 to 50 degrees. Forecast for New York City and vicinity and Long Island. Mostly sunny and seasonably cool tomorrow with a highest temperature near 60 degrees. Moderate, occasionally fresh easterly winds. Fair tomorrow night with the lowest temperature near 30 degrees. General to moderate southeasterly winds. Some cloudiness and milder on Friday, moderate southerly winds and chance of showers on Saturday. Northern New Jersey, mostly sunny and seasonably cool tomorrow with highest temperature in the upper 50s. Mostly fair tomorrow night with the lowest temperature in the 40s and mostly fair and milder on Friday. Rockland County, mostly fair and scattered seasonably cool tomorrow. Afternoon temperatures in the 50s. Fair tomorrow night with the lowest temperature in the 40s. Fair tomorrow with seasonal temperatures on Friday. Westchester County, sunny and seasonably cool.
The team hasn't forgotten honoring
Tomorrow, the highest temperature in the 50s and mostly fair tomorrow night with the lowest temperature in the 40s and mostly fair and warmer on Friday. And for Connecticut, sunny and continued cool tomorrow. Fair and continued cool tomorrow night. Increase of cloudiness and warmer on Friday. And that is going to be it for the WCBS TV Channel 2 6 o'clock report on this Wednesday, October 24th, 1956. I'm Robert Trout, and have a good evening. Coming after to be the features and followed at 6:15 by the WCBS Channel 2 Late Show, Early Show here.
Of course, for the team, for the organization.
On Channel 2.
Strong, be strong. And
Today's movie is King of Dog City with Bill Elliott. We'll be back for the 11 o'clock report at 11 o'clock. Have a good evening. We'll see you at 11. Bye-bye for now. Here.